Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word. This is Joshua 14, verse 7. And I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. And I brought back word to him as it was in my heart. Nevertheless, my brethren who went up with me made the heart of the people melt. But I wholly followed the Lord my God. So Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land where your foot has trodden shall be your inheritance, and your children's forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. And now behold, the Lord has kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years, ever since the Lord spoke this word to Moses, while Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, here I am this day, 85 years old. As yet, I am as strong this day as on the day that Moses sent me. Just as my strength was then, so now is my strength for war, both for going out and for coming in. Now therefore, give me this mountain of which the Lord spoke in that day. For you heard in that day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fortified. And it may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave Hebron to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, for an inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and the Kenizzite to this day, because he followed the Lord God of Israel. And the name of Hebron formerly was Kirjath Arabah. Arabah was the greatest man among the Anakim. Then the land had rest from war. So this is Joshua 15. So this was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. The border of Edom at the wilderness of Zin, southward, was the extreme southern boundary. And their southern border began at the shore of the Salt Sea, from the bay that faces southward. Then it went out to the southern side of the ascent of Rabbim, passed along to Zin, ascended on the south side of Kadesh Barnea, passing along to Hezron, went up to Adar, and went around to Karakah. From there it passed toward Asmon, and went out to the brook of Egypt, and the border ended at the sea. This shall be your southern border. The east border was the Salt Sea as far as the mouth of the Jordan, and the border of the northern quarter began at the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Hoglah and passed north of Beth Arabah. And the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. Then the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Acher, and it turned northward toward Gilgal, which is before the ascent of Adumim, which is on the south side of the valley. The border continued toward the waters of En Shemesh and ended at En Rogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom to the southern slope of the Jebusite city, which is Jerusalem. The border went up to the top of the mountain that lies before the valley of Hinnom westward. Now King David took Jerusalem. That's why it's called the city of David, from the Jebusites. And Jerusalem used to be called Jebus. The Jebusites called Jerusalem Jebus. And King David We're going to read about that shortly, which is at the end of the valley of Rephaim northward. Then the border went around from the top of the hill to the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and extended to the cities of Mount Ephron. And the border went around to Baalath, which is Kirjath Jearim. Then the border turned westward from Baalaha to Mount Seir, passed along to the Mount Jearim on the north, which is Chelsalon, and went down to Beth Shemesh and passed on to Timnah. And the border went out to the side of Ekron northward. Then the border went around to Shikron, passed along to Mount Baalha, and extended to Jabneel, and the border ended at the sea. And the west border was the coastline of the great sea. This is the boundary of the children of Judah, all around according to their families. Now to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, he gave a share among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, namely, Kirjath Arabah, which is Hebron. Arabah was the father of Anak. Caleb drove out the three sons of Anak from there, Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmaiah, the children of Anak. Then he went up from there to the inhabitants of Debir. Formerly the name of Debir was Kirjath Sepher. And Caleb said, he who attacks Kirjath Sepher and takes it, to him I will give Ashisha, my daughter, as a wife. So Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Ashisha, his daughter, as wife. Now it was so, when she came to him, that she persuaded him to ask her father for a field. So she dismounted from her donkey, and Caleb said to her, "What do you wish?" She answered, "Give me a blessing. Since you have given me land in the south, give me also springs of water." So he gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Judah according to their families. The cities at the limits of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the border of Edom in the south were Kabzeel, Edgar, and Jegur, Kenah, Dimonah, and Adabah, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Zip, Telem, Beluth, Hazor, Hadarah, Kerath, Hezron, which is Hazor, Amam, Shemam, Moladah, Hazar Gadah, Heshmon, Beth Peliel, Hazar Shalom, Bezsheba, Bizjothra, Behah, Igjem, and Ezim, El-Talad, Chesazel, Hormah, Ziglag, Magnagma, Sansanama, Leboth, Shilhim, Anan, and Rimmon. All the cities are 29 with their villages. In the lowland, Ishtal, Zorah, Ashnahah, Zanahah, in Ganan, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adulium, Succoth, Azihah,